No mai haere mai. It's the Huddy Hui. Find Huddy Sports on Instagram and Facebook. huddysports.co.nz. Now let's kōrero.
Kia ora, good evening and welcome to the Huddy Hui episode 149. It has been a busy day here on Huddy Sports. We had the hockey on earlier today and we're getting ready for what is going to be a massive weekend of rugby in the capital city. Now, I thought we're going to be covering the Wellington Rugby Football Union Women's Finals this weekend from Rugby League Park, and I thought, well, let's get on someone who's won the Tia Passi Memorial Trophy and looking to defend the title this year. Lavinia Lea from Petone, the Petone Ponies, is our guest on the Huddy Hui tonight. Lavinia, many thanks for coming on. What were the motivators for last week's big semi-final win against Marist St. Pat's?
Thanks for the opportunity. Last week's win against MSP, we did talk about it during the week that if we wanted one more week of footy, we really had to lock down and make a statement, on why we deserve to be one of the finalists for the Tia Passi Cup, and really proud of the girls for the outcome and the performance that they had done on Saturday. So, yeah.
Now, interesting is that in the first round you lost to Marist St. Pat's out at Evans Bay. What happened for the Ponies that day? I believe, is it because you were away they didn't win?
I was actually there. I was actually present at that game. From the sideline and like on the field, it's two different things. Obviously, from the sideline, I could feel that the girls were a bit under pressure, a little bit stressed. I don't know what the vibes were on the field, but unfortunately didn't come away with the win. And I'm sure that was probably the first really tough team that they had to play that round. So it was good. It was good, humbling experience for the girls too, I'd say. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the Ponies have pretty much since then have had another strong season. What has been the keys to success in season 2025?
This year we have a really diverse team. We have heaps of youngins, heaps of mums as well this year too, different to last year. I think this year we really focused on culture and connection. The diversity in the team is something that we couldn't control. So we thought we can control culture, we can control connection. So I think the connection within our team is really good this year, and that's just displayed out in the games that we've been playing.
And there's also some young talent in the Ponies this season. Tell us about some of that young talent in the team.
Yeah, we've had a lot of young debutantes this season. They're real good. They're all real good. They're good assets to the team as well. And it keeps the ones that have been around for a long time in this team, especially on our toes. So when we think we're working hard and we look at them, they're like beating us, everything. So it makes us work a little bit harder. But now, they're a huge asset to our team.
Have you found the women's competition in Wellington this season, and what could be done to improve it?
I feel like it's going in the right direction. I feel like it is better. It's not getting worse, which is good.
Oh, you're just breaking up a bit there, Lavinia. We'll just hopefully get you back soon.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yep, continue. Yep. Oh, just broke it up again.
So what I was saying, it's going. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The joys of the internet sometimes.
I'm actually on my knees. Am I back?
Yeah, only briefly. Just let's go that question again. How have you found the women's competition in Wellington this year, and what could improve the competition?
I feel like the competition is going in the right direction. It's not getting worse, which is good. Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. It's just your video's breaking up a bit. So, but the most important thing is I can hear you still. So that's the main thing. Okay, so we've just seems to have lost Lavinia there. So hopefully we'll have her back soon. We'll do a bit of a preview of what games we are doing on the Huddy Hui this weekend, I should say. We've got the Wellington Rugby Women's Finals on this Saturday. A great day to be working with Wellington Rugby on those finals. We've got the women's game, two women's games. The Izzy Ford Cup kicking off at 11:30. So 11:30 is that first game. So make sure you tune into that. And then, of course, 1:30 is the main game, the Tia Passi Memorial Trophy. So hopefully we'll have Lavinia back soon. She's just trying to sort out her internet. I think we've got her back now. Lavinia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, that's much better. That's much better now. So, so let's third time lucky. Here we go. How have you found the women's competition this year, and what could be done to improve it?
Yeah, I feel like the women's competition, it's not where obviously we want it to be, but it's going in the right direction. There's heaps a lot of development and academy stuff that Fussi's been doing, which is really good. Yeah.
You've once again been in fine form this season in the front row. How do you rate your performance in season 2025?
Yeah, could be better. Fitness is not where it is at the moment, where I want it to be. But yeah, just grateful to still be getting getting a spot in the team.
Let's talk about the coaching staff of Shannon Nightingale and Eugene Smith, coaches for a few years now for the Ponies. What have they brought to the camp to make women's rugby a success at Petone?
Yeah, Eugene and Shannon, they've been good alongside Fred and X as well. We've also had a few helpers in our team this season as well, which they've brought a lot of knowledge and IQ into our team this year. Shannon's recruitment is crazy, and Eugene's knowledge in the forwards is just even crazier. And yeah, they've been good. They've been good for our team.
Jackie Patea-Ferretti announced after Super Rugby Aupiki that she was retiring from professional rugby, but you told me last week that you keep telling her each week she has to keep playing for Petone.
Yeah, Jackie retired, but she plays a big role in our team, and it's hard for us to let go of her. So I try to keep nagging her every week to just keep coming, keep turning up, keep playing for our team. She's actually not far to getting her Centurion, so I kind of use that as a little bit of bait to keep her playing. But yeah, she's amazing. She's really good to our team, and the girls love her. I think they don't realize how much of a superstar she actually is. She's really humble, but yeah, Jax is good. Happy to have Jax 2 more years.
Speaking about milestones, special scenes in the clubhouse last Saturday for Millie Mackey, her 50th game, and Blazer. How special was that for the team and also for Millie? But how important is the team culture for the Ponies?
Yeah, Millie was lucky enough to get her Blazer in the weekend. She did mention to me that it's taken her 7 years to actually get it. Which is a very, very long time in women's sport, especially club rugby at that. But yeah, her family was so proud. The night was beautiful. It was a good night. Everyone actually got to go home before midnight, which was good as well. But yeah, her family's so proud. And yeah, I know Millie's so happy to finally get her Blazer.
You have a strong family connection with the club. Tell us about your family connection.
Cool. So, yeah, my family's been around the club for a very long time. I actually don't know how long, to be fair, but my brother played for Petone juniors all up to Prems now. My cousin Willie Moala, Mats. Yeah, there's a lot of them at the club, either retired. I don't think anyone's still playing. Maybe Mats might jump in Brotherhood, I don't know. But yeah.
When was your first game for the Ponies and who was it against?
I think I debuted for Ponies in 2017, and I think it was against Huddle Boys Maris. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure that's when I debuted.
Last year's Tia Passi final was crazy. It went to extra time out at William Jones Park. Tell us about your experience of the game against Orries, and were you thrilled to finally get the win?
Oh, just talking about that game kind of makes me tired already. But yeah, that game, honestly, it was a crazy game. I actually copped me a concussion from that game too. So I don't remember much of it. I just remember we went to overtime and the first 10 minutes had passed and there was still no points. And then I think that was roughly around where I got a head knock. And then I had to get sent off. But just when the game had ended, I looked at the score and it was still 24-all. So I was a bit confused on like what's happening, who won. I kind of thought Orries had won because I didn't know how it worked. I thought it was like whoever's won like the most, they win it. So my team were all running, but my head was sore. I had my eyes closed. I was sitting in the... My team were all running and I was just like, what's going on? What's going on? And then it was Monica that comes back to me in the sub box and she taps me and she's like, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, come on. And I was like, what? Did we lose? She's like, no, we... She said, we won. Come on. And I was just honestly still in shock. I was like, I didn't run. I was like walking and I was like just looking around like, hey, what's going on? And yeah, that game was actually crazy.
Oh, fantastic. Now, of course, Petone itself, back-to-back winners of the first round with the Rebecca Louis Arnav Trophy. What was it like having to win it alongside Norths this season?
Yeah, it was good. Personally, I think it was good. Norths, they've really been working hard this season, especially coming from the season that they had last season. So the growth in the team is crazy. So I wouldn't expect it to be anyone else that would have to win it with, other than Norths. But yeah.
What has been your best moment for the Ponies in your Petone Ponies career?
Oh, that's a hard one. I've had heaps of good moments. I I think it would have to be receiving my blazer. That will probably be my favourite moment at Ponies.
Season 2025 has been a busy one for you. It started early with the Hurricanes Power program. What was it like being part of that professional setup? Because you're wearing the jacket as well too.
Yeah, it was good. I was really grateful for the opportunity and getting a spot in the Super Rugby scene. It was good. I enjoyed every single part of it. Obviously, besides the training and all the running, but the connection and the team and the culture just made up for it. Like, we knew that we were going to get thrashed on Thursday, but then it would be fine because after it's finished, we're all like still like playing games and stuff, even though like we just finished getting thrashed. But nah, it was good. I enjoyed every single part of being in POA.
It was a tough season for the Power. Are there signs that 2026 will be on the improve?
Yeah, I definitely believe in that. I definitely believe that what POA have going on at the moment is something really special. And I feel like in the next years coming, that's when POA will be able to blossom. But yeah, I truly believe that good things are cooking.
As a front row, what has the professional setup taught you about your game?
Yeah, I learned so much going into POA, and especially having that professional coaching around as well. And there was just heaps of opportunities where I could just get one-on-ones, ask questions and all of that. And I just felt like the focus was just more on like me as an individual, and then like, but that's how most of the girls felt too, just because the coaches were so open with us, either getting feedback or asking for feedback and stuff like that. So I felt like I learned a lot. The way I've been propping, that's what I thought was right, but then I learned stuff at POA and actually, this is right.
What have you learnt from that environment that you've taken back to the Petone setup?
There's a lot of things that I learned over at POA in my position particularly. And yeah, I try to bring all of it, like everything I know, I try to bring that to Ponies in our front row too. And I feel like some of the stuff that I have learned from POA and brought to Petone, it has been working, which is good. And yeah.
The Wellington Pride season starts again in August. What will the squad potentially look like with another season under head coach Fusi Fianati?
I'm not too sure what the squad's going to look like this year. I've heard a lot of people are going away. People that are usually in the team are going away or not playing or not looking at playing Pride. So I feel like the squad's going to be a new squad. But yeah, trust Fusi to get the job done.
What will it take for the Pride to get back into the Farah Cup Premiership and the challenges the teams will face in the Championship this season?
I think the connection. I think the connection is really important. The last few years we've had players coming in and out, new players and stuff like that. But I feel like if the team really just gel together, stick their heads in, then I reckon everything will fall into place.
I also believe you have a bit of a rugby league background as well. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, who did you play rugby league for?
I play for the Petone Panthers down at McEwen Park. Um, I played for them also in 2016 as well. Most of my junior footy actually started over there too, um, until I turned 13, and then girls had to wait till they were turning 18. So then I just tried to find something else to do while I had to wait for that. And then I went to union, and then I kind of just never looked back, never went back to rugby league, and just stayed over this side.
Now, you also attended Huddy High School, I believe. How was it there? And what was there women's rugby at the school when you were there?
Yeah, Huddy Hui was good. My attendance wasn't really good, but I was a behaved student when I was there. When I would, okay. When I was there the first year, there was no rugby team there. And then, because when I was playing for Panthers, the girls play 2 years down. So I was playing under 13s at Panthers, but I could still play because I was able to go 2 years down. But then when I had gone up to year 10, I wasn't allowed to play anymore. So there was still no rugby team at Huddy Hui. So I kind of forced my sister to coach. So I had forced my coach Huddy Hui, make a team at Huddy Hui. And that's pretty much where it just started. It started from there. The team weren't actually rugby players as well. It was just pretty much all my best mates. Like I was just doing anything that I could just to get a rugby team at Huddy Hui. My sister's the coach. So I was like telling all my mates, you know my sister's going to be fine. So yeah. And then we just pretty much had a rugby team at Huddy Hui all up until I left. And my sister was the coach throughout all that time too.
Where else has rugby taken you so far?
Just from here to NZCIS. Yeah, just power, traveling with pride. That's pretty much. Haven't really left New Zealand, eh?
Yeah. What's the biggest strength of your game?
I'd like to say I carry hard, and I like to tackle hard too. Not quite fast, but yeah, I try to get the job done as best as I can.
Now, you had what could possibly be a future opportunity for you last week. Lavinia, you joined the Huddy Sports commentary team with myself and Murray Blandford for a little while for Petone's game against Norths. How did you find the experience?
Oh, the experience was good. It was good. It was a good game to jump on as well, seeing that we're playing Norths this weekend. Petone had just finished playing Norths. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good.
Now, did you enjoy climbing and going down the ladder?
Oh man, I actually ran into Mazza after our game, and I said to him, "Are you doing the commentary?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm jumping on too." They asked me to jump on, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, good, that's good." And then he said, "Do you know how we're getting up?" And I thought it was a joke, and I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" He's like, "We have to climb up. You'll see when you walk over there, you'll see the ladder." And I was like, I don't. So there's stairs on the side of the grandstand. Can't be right. And then I had walked in, and I saw the ladder, and I was just like, "Oh no." Went home, came back, saw you guys, and am I actually climbing up the ladder? Are you like being for real? That's how we're getting up. And lucky Wiki was today. Wiki was holding the ladder for me, so that was good.
Is there one game that you've played where you've learnt the most about yourself as a player?
Yeah, it'll definitely be that final against Ori's. That took me to a dark place. I was in the mindset of, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to play anymore. But I was really proud to come out of that place. I'm satisfied, coming off the field, satisfied as well. Yeah, definitely that final.
Who's been the biggest influences in your rugby career?
I definitely say the mums that I've played alongside. Jax, Ninja, heaps of them, different clubs. They really inspire me to put my all in. I know that they like come home from work, get their kids sorted, and then come out to training. So whenever I feel like I don't want to go training, that's just pretty much what's running through my head is, if they can go from work after taking care of the kids, getting dinner ready, then I don't even have kids. So like, okay, I just get it over and done with. But yeah, definitely the mums.
Yep, fantastic answer. What's your plans after the club and rep season this year? And what do you do when you're not playing rugby?
I kind of don't really like to look ahead of myself. I kind of just like to take things week by week. Hopefully, if I get named in Pride, that will be where I'll be going after club season. And then hopefully, if I get to pick up another contract, then yeah, that will probably most likely be what I'm doing. So yeah. And what I do outside of rugby, league at the moment. Outside of rugby, playing some grassroots league with my older sister. She doesn't like rugby, so I've been trying to make her make the move to Petone. She's like, oh, that's rugby. Nah, that's kitty cat. So I finally said, okay, fine, I'll come play league with you then, just to get a few games with her. And then other than that, just I like to stay home.
Oh, fantastic. Well, this Saturday, of course, you take on Norths in the Tia Passi Memorial Trophy final at Rugby League Park. What will be the keys to victory this year to go back-to-back?
I think for our team and the style of rugby that we play, it's just not really overthinking anything. It's just another week for us. Just going out and performing the way that we have been throughout the season. Obviously, Norths is a brutal pack. They're relentless, and that's pretty much explains our team as well. So, just got to lock in, get all the hard stuff out the way, and just hopefully it's only 80 minutes this time.
Yeah, exactly right. Of course, there's another final on as well, the Izzy Ford Cup final between Wairuiamata and Parramatta Plimmerton. Thoughts on how this game will go?
I feel like that's going to be a really tough game. One we have bounced back throughout this season. And Paraplim, they've been quite consistent in being in the finalists in that division. So that'll be a good game to watch too. I'm not too sure who will win, but yeah, that'll be a good game.
Now, at Lavinia, one thing we always like to do is preview some of the games. We've also just covered the women's games, and no doubt you're going to go Petone for against Norths this week. There's no choice in that matter. But let's have a look at the second to last round of the Swindale Shield. There's a few big games here in particular. Let's have a look at the first of these games, Hutt versus Upper Hutt. Who do you think is going to win the battle of Lower Hutt and Upper Hutt?
Upper Hutt.
Yeah, well, it's Hutt's bogey team, isn't it? So, yeah. Yep, and of course I'm actually Yeah, and also McBain's next week too as well. So, I'm going to go up a hat on that one as well. Maris St. Pat's Avalon.
I'd like to think Avalon.
Yeah, but I think it might be Maris St. Pat's, yeah. North's Johnsonville. This could be a very interesting one indeed, out at Jerry Collins Stadium.
Yeah. I think Johnsonville will win that one.
Yep, I think Johnsonville at home too as well. Should be too good. Now, this is the Eastern Suburbs version of the McBain Shield. It's called the Jimmy Gerbich Shield. It's between Orrington Rongotai versus Porneki. If Oris win, not only will they have the Jimmy Gerbich Shield, but they're going to be presented the Swindale Shield on Saturday, the first time they've ever won that. Who are you picking for that one, Oris versus Porneki?
I'll have to go with Oris. They've been in fine form this season.
Yep. Yeah, and I think at home too, the Polo Ground's a pretty intimidating place to go play rugby. Tawa Wainui?
I think Tawa will come away with that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tawa as well. Wellington Old Boys University out at High Tide Park.
OBU.
Yep, no, I'm going to go OBU on that one as well. And to close out round 12, it's 2 years ago, Parramatta Plymouton absolutely destroyed Petone out at Ngāti Toa Domain. Both these teams back out at Ngāti Toa Domain. They're playing for the King Grey Cup. Petone, a good win last weekend. Parramatta Plymouton will be tough at home. I imagine you'll probably pick Petone in this one, won't you?
Yeah, backing the boys, they'll get the job done.
Yeah, and I think Petone as well. I think they've got a few players back as well too, the men's team, don't they? I think they've got a few guys back as well, so that will help the cattle as well. Well, Lavinia, it's been fantastic having you on the Huddy Hui. All the best on Saturday at Rugby League Park. We'll see you out there, and may the ponies go well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
That is
See
you later. That is Levvenia Leah, the one of the main players for the Petone Ponies, looking to hope to go back-to-back winners of the Tia Passi Memorial Trophy. They've already gone back-to-back with the first round and the Rebecca Luyana Trophy, and so they'll be looking forward to try and get that there. But North's got to be a pretty tough team out there out at Rugby League Park. And now I did mention it earlier when we had a few technical difficulties with Lavinia. But the finals day, we're bringing you the Wellington Rugby Women's Finals Day, sponsored by Etu Whānau out at Rugby League Park. First game we're bringing you is the Izzy Ford Cup. That's actually been played at 11 a.m. So I mentioned earlier it was 11:30. It's actually 11 a.m. live on Huddy Sports. Our coverage for that will start from 10:45. And then we'll bring you the bigger one, the Tia Passi Memorial Trophy. Petone, the defending champions, taking on a Northern United out at Rugby League Park. And that game kicks off at 1:30 p.m. And that's also live on Huddy Sports YouTube. And our coverage for that will start at 1:15. Now, also earlier, we've also got a third game on Saturday as well. And that actually kicks off at 1 o'clock. It's out at Evans Bay Park. It is St. Pat's Town taking on Rathkill College. That coverage will start around 12:45. So 3 games this weekend on Huddy Sports YouTube. They're ever expanding. So we've got plenty on happening this Saturday. Other first 15 games on. On Wednesday, there were 2 games on. On Wednesday, first 15 games, there was the traditional match between Rongotai College and also St. Pat's Silverstream, and St. Pat's Silverstream came away the victors, 46 points to 17. And then later that night, Wellington College played St. Bernard's out at NZCIS, and Wellington College were the victors, 67 points to 10 over St. Bernard's. That game was played earlier because Wellington College will be travelling down to the quad tournament next week out at Christ College, and they've got the home side Christ first up. So that would be a tough challenge for Wellington College first up. The other teams in quad are Nelson College and Wanganui Collegiate. So that we've got Adam Julian down on the grounds there reporting on that one. So we'll no doubt keep an update from him next week regarding the quad tournament. Other first 15 games on this weekend, Scots versus Wairarapa College out of Scots, and Hutt International Boys Schools versus Tawa. Of course, just a reminder, folks, if you want to help Huddy Sports, we're always on the lookout for sponsors because we are growing pretty quickly. But, we've also still got to make sure we want to keep everything live and free. So if you're willing to help Huddy Sports, head to huddysports.co.nz or email us at huddysportsnz@gmail.com. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram. Now, the Huddy Hui, the episodes, they will also be published later on Spotify and iHeartRadio and other podcasts where you can listen to. So that will be up later today or tomorrow evening. You'll be able to find those on all those various podcast sites that you use and apps today. Well, next Wednesday, we bring you the 150th episode of the Huddy Hui, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, and we're going to have Ollie Church on. Ollie Church last year was the head boy of Wellington College, and he was in the first 15 at Wellington College, and a very fine individual, very talented individual, particularly with Te Reo Māori. He's fluent in Te Reo Māori. So we're going to have Ollie Church on next Wednesday, former head boy of Wellington College, playing his rugby out of Old Boys University. So make sure you tune into that next Wednesday. What is the Huddy Hui for tonight? Have a good Matariki celebrations tomorrow and take care. I'm Brad Hudson. Ciao for now.
It's the Huddy Hui. You can find Huddy Sports on Instagram and Facebook. And check out huddysports.co.nz.
Blocked drains, leaky pipes, don't let plumbing problems sideline your day. Call the team, Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Mike has been our sponsor since the very beginning. From quick fixes to full renovations, he's got the tools, the team, and the know-how to get the job done right. First time, every time. Local, reliable, and always on time. That's how Mike plays the game. Find Mike Pinfold at Pinfold Plumbing at extra.co.nz 027 430 4351. Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Also Google Mike Pinfold Plumbing and let the pros handle the flow.
Hi, Gavin Murphy here
And Cassie Murphy.
from G and Higton Funeral Directors.
Don't leave it up to someone else to tell your story. Do it now when you can enjoy being part of the conversation.
With a prepaid funeral, you can have music, readings and venue all chosen by you.
For your free funeral planning pack with everything you need to get started, go to our website at gianhicton.co.nz/pre-planning.
The Huddy Hui, Huddy Sports captivating sports show. The Huddy Hui covers Wellington Club Rugby as well as other sporting topics of debate. Tune in on YouTube during the rugby playing months as host Brad Hudson interviews rugby players and other sporting personalities across the Wellington region and the rest of New Zealand. Catch the Huddy Hui streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and wherever good yarns are heard. The Huddy Hui live on Huddy Sports. Here at Huddy Sports, we love a good game plan. And when it comes to travel, our go-to is Louise Reddy from New Zealand Travel Brokers. Whether it's a sports tour, a family break, or that bucket list trip, she'll get you there stress-free with all the best deals around. She's local, she's experienced, and she backs the game like we do, and she's a great supporter of Huddy Sports. Look up Louise Reddy at louisereddy.nztravelbrokers.co.nz. louise@louise.ready.nz or email louise@louise.ready@newzealandtravelbrokers.co.nz. Travel smart and travel like a pro. As here on Huddy Sports, we're always wanting to keep our content free on YouTube. So the idea of sponsors, we can promote you on live stream, our social media pages and our website. It's good to support the local community and helps keep Huddy Sport free for all to watch. So if you're interested to helping Huddy Sports, go to huddysports.co.nz or to our email address, huddysportsnz@gmail.com. Ciao for now.